The twin flame journey is often seen as a mystical dance between two souls, one embodying the divine feminine energy and the other representing the divine masculine. While the connection between twin flames is deep and eternal, the physical separation and emotional struggles can sometimes make it difficult to truly understand each other. Many divine feminines wonder what their masculine truly feels, thinks, and wants them to know. They long for answers, but are often left with silence, confusion, or mixed signals. What if I told you that your divine masculine has a message for you? That even in his silence, his soul is speaking, trying to reach you in ways beyond words? The masculine energy is not always expressive in the way the feminine desires, but that does not mean he lacks emotions or depth. The divine masculine loves, aches, and longs just as deeply as the feminine, he just expresses it differently. Today's video is a deep dive into the heart of the divine masculine, revealing the unspoken truths that he desperately wants his feminine to understand. If you are a divine feminine seeking clarity, this will provide insight into his inner world and what he truly wishes he could tell you. Number 1. I am not as detached as you think. One of the biggest misconceptions that the divine feminine often holds is that the masculine does not feel as deeply as she does. When he withdraws, goes silent, or seems indifferent, it is easy to assume that he does not care. But the truth is, the masculine is not detached. He processes emotions differently. The divine masculine is wired to protect, not just his feminine, but also himself. When emotions become overwhelming, his instinct is to retreat into solitude, to analyze, to regain control before taking action. He does not always know how to handle the intensity of the connection, especially when his own wounds are triggered. His silence does not mean he does not love you. In fact, it is often a sign that he is going through deep inner shifts. He may be trying to understand himself, his purpose, and the changes this connection is forcing him to make. The feminine's role is not to take his distance personally, but to trust that he is working through his emotions in his own way. Instead of chasing him for answers, allow him the space to come to them on his own. When he senses that he is loved and accepted without pressure, he is more likely to open up. The masculine energy thrives in freedom, and when given that, he finds his way back naturally. Number 2. Your healing helps me more than you realize. Many divine feminines feel responsible for fixing their masculine, believing that if they could just make him see the truth, he would awaken. But the masculine does not respond well to force. His transformation happens when he is ready, not when the feminine wants it to. What the masculine truly wants his feminine to understand is that her healing has a direct impact on him. When she focuses on her own growth, rather than trying to awaken him, it sends ripples through their shared energy. He feels it, even if he does not say it. The feminine often carries deep wounds of abandonment, rejection, and unworthiness. These wounds reflect in the masculine, mirroring his own fears. When the feminine heals her wounds, she unknowingly heals him too. The more she steps into her power, the more he is drawn to do the same. Instead of waiting for him to wake up, step into your divine purpose. Nurture yourself, cultivate joy, and embody your feminine radiance. When you shift your focus from waiting to thriving, he feels the change. This is what helps him grow, seeing his feminine rise, not from a place of lack, but from a place of wholeness. Number 3, I need time to become the man you deserve. The masculine energy is deeply aware of his responsibilities. Even if he does not say it, he knows that in order to unite with his feminine in a stable, lasting way, he needs to be ready. If he is not where he wants to be in life, emotionally, financially, or spiritually, he will pull away. This does not mean he does not love you. It means he wants to be the best version of himself for you. The masculine is driven by purpose and stability, and if he feels like he cannot provide that, he will distance himself until he can. The feminine often misinterprets his distance as rejection, but in reality, it is his way of protecting the connection. He does not want to come forward only to let you down. He needs time to grow, to break free from old patterns, and to step into his highest potential. This is why patience is key. If your masculine is not ready, do not try to force him into union. Trust that he is working behind the scenes to become the man he knows he needs to be. Honor his journey just as you honor your own. Number 4, even in separation, I feel you. One of the most painful aspects of the twin flame journey is separation. The feminine often wonders if her masculine thinks about her, if he misses her, if he feels her absence the way she feels his. The answer is yes, he does. The twin flame connection is not just physical, it is energetic, spiritual, and deeply ingrained in the soul. Even if the masculine is not reaching out, he feels the pull. He may try to suppress it, distract himself, or bury his emotions, but the bond is always there. The more the feminine focuses on love rather than fear, the stronger the connection remains. Instead of worrying about whether he feels it, trust that he does. Use this time apart to strengthen the bond in higher dimensions, through meditation, intention, and inner peace. The key is not to cling to the connection in desperation, but to nurture it with faith. When the feminine surrenders to divine timing, she creates a space for the masculine to come forward without resistance. Number 5. I struggle with vulnerability. Masculine energy is often conditioned to be strong, logical, and in control. From a young age, many men are taught to hide their emotions, push through pain, and never show weakness. This conditioning runs deep, making it difficult for them to open up, even to the person they love the most. Vulnerability feels foreign and even unsafe to them because they were never taught how to express deep emotions without fear of judgment. Your masculine wants you to know that his silence is not a sign that he does not care. His distance is not because he lacks feelings for you. In reality, he feels deeply, but he struggles to show it in a way that makes sense to you. When emotions become overwhelming, his first instinct is often to withdraw and process them alone. He does this not because he wants to push you away, but because he is afraid of saying the wrong thing or appearing weak in your eyes. Fear plays a big role in his difficulty with vulnerability. He fears being seen too deeply because once he is, he believes he will no longer be able to hide his wounds. He fears being judged, especially if he has never felt truly accepted for who he is. He fears that if he opens up and exposes his inner struggles, he may not be enough for you. These fears can make him emotionally distant at times, even when he deeply loves you. The feminine's role in this is not to force him to be vulnerable before he is ready. Pushing him to talk about his emotions or demanding reassurance can make him feel pressured, which only causes him to retreat further. Instead, the best thing you can do is create a safe space, one where he feels accepted, no matter how much or how little he expresses. When he senses that he can be himself without being judged or criticized, his walls will begin to come down naturally. Patience and understanding are essential. Let him come to you in his own time. When he does begin to open up, listen without trying to fix or analyze his emotions. Simply holding space for him to share, even in small ways, helps him learn that vulnerability is not something to fear. The more you embody love and acceptance, the more he will trust that he can be open with you without losing your respect. This process is slow, but it is meaningful. Each time he allows himself to be seen a little more, he is learning that love is not about perfection, but about authenticity. The more he feels safe in your presence, the more he will let his guard down. Over time, he will begin to show his emotions in ways he never has before, not because he is being forced to, but because he finally feels that he can. Number 6. I admire your strength more than you know. The divine masculine deeply respects the divine feminine's strength. Even if he does not always say it, he sees how much you have endured, how much you have grown, and how you continue to rise despite challenges. He notices your ability to love, to heal, and to trust, even when things feel uncertain. He watches the way you keep going, even when life tests you, and he silently admires the resilience within you. Your masculine wants you to know that your strength inspires him more than you realize. When you choose love over fear, healing over pain, and faith over doubt, it creates a ripple effect in his life. It encourages him to step up, to face his own fears, and to become a better version of himself. He may not always express this admiration in words, but he feels it deeply. Many divine feminines believe that their masculine does not see their efforts. They worry that their love goes unnoticed or that their growth does not matter to him. But the truth is, he sees everything. He may not always know how to respond, but he notices when you set boundaries, when you work on yourself, and when you rise above the pain. Even when he is distant, Your strength leaves an imprint on him. This is why it is so important to keep moving forward on your own path. Your journey is not just about waiting for him, it is about becoming the highest version of yourself. The stronger and more self-assured you become, the more you inspire him to do the same. When he sees you standing in your power, it challenges him to step into his own. Do not underestimate the power of your presence in his life. Even in separation, your energy is a guiding light for him. The more you trust yourself, the more he is drawn to trust himself. The more you heal, the more he feels the call to heal. The more you embody love, the more he is reminded of what is truly important. Keep shining, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Your masculine may not always have the words to tell you how much he admires you, but his soul feels it. And one day, when he is ready, he will find the words to express just how much your strength has meant to him. Number 7, I love you more than you realize. At the core of everything, your divine masculine wants you to know that he loves you. This love may not always be expressed in ways that are easy to see, but it is real, deep, and unshakable. Even when he is distant, even when he is silent, even when he seems to be running away, his soul loves yours beyond words. Love, for the masculine, is not always simple. He may struggle with the intensity of this connection, and at times, he may not even understand his own feelings. His heart recognizes you as his counterpart, but his mind often wrestles with the fears and doubts that come with such a powerful bond. This inner conflict is why he sometimes pulls away, even when all he wants is to be close to you. The twin flame journey is not just about romance. It is about soul evolution. It is about breaking past fears, healing deep wounds, and learning how to love in a way that is pure and unconditional. This is why the journey requires patience and faith. Love is not meant to be forced. It is meant to flow naturally when both souls are truly ready. Your masculine wants you to trust in this love, even when things do not make sense. He wants you to believe that, despite the challenges, the connection between you is unbreakable. The best way to honor this love is not by waiting for him, but by growing within yourself. The more you love and nurture yourself, the stronger your bond becomes. This journey is not about chasing, fixing, or controlling. It is about trusting, healing, and surrendering. When both counterparts focus on their own inner work, the universe aligns everything in divine timing. Love, in its highest form, is about freedom. When you release expectations and surrender to the flow of the universe, you create the space for true union to happen naturally. So trust the process. Trust that your masculine is doing his inner work, even if you cannot see it. Trust that love, true, divine love, will always find its way home. Even when things seem uncertain, know that love is never lost. It is always present, always growing, and always guiding you back to each other.